Another crazy chapter added to this historic collapse. Tesla down again. Are there more losses to come? Is the US shutting down? Can the government actually help? I'll tell you what I'm seeing and what my game plan is for Tesla stock this week. And you can copy off my paper if you want right now. Welcome back everyone, and in this video we'll cover the absurd week that just happened, what that week is telling us, and I will lay out my strategy for the coming week. And if you like making money, go ahead and subscribe, click that little notifications bell, and while you're down there, go ahead and push the like button as well. So let's recap the prior week. Monday, the Dow was down almost 3,000 points. Tuesday, the Dow was up just over 1,000 points. Wednesday, the Dow was down over 1,300 points. Thursday, it was up almost 200 points. And Friday, it was down again almost 1,000 points. So let's do some super technical analysis. And to help, we'll use some high-level math to explain all this. $1.5 trillion from the Fed last weekend equals the worst day ever in stock market history on Monday. The next day, potentially another $1 trillion coming from the government equals the market losing another 2,000 points over the next 3 trading days. The math confirms it. We are screwed. Unless everyone subscribes and hits the like button right now. Hey, it might work. You never know. Someone's got to do something. For me, there are 5 big takeaways from the past week. Number 1, for the first time in over 2 weeks, we had trading days ending with swings under 1,000 points. But don't let that fool you. I think those huge swings are here to stay, and that is the new normal for now. So expect to see more. With that, I also expect to see more record days, both up and down in the coming weeks. Number 2, China is finally starting to open for business, but it didn't affect stocks in any meaningful way. Yeah, we all know their government could be lying and that could have been a factor in all this, but the US is still the largest economy by far, and the continued move towards basically completely shutting down the US will continue to be what investors make decisions on. Which leads me to number 3, Tesla was forced to shut down production in the Fremont factory. California has basically locked down the entire state. Most schools across the entire country are out for the foreseeable future, and most states are not allowing gatherings any larger than 10, which is really hurting huge parts of our economy. And most gyms are closed indefinitely. How am I supposed to work on my biceps? The drone footage out there is incredible of large bustling cities basically looking like ghost towns. Now take a look at that footage from an investor's perspective and you just see money disappearing from the economy. Lots and lots of money disappearing. How long before the entire US is forced into something like France, where you really can't go anywhere and you can't do anything except to the grocery store, to the hospital, or something like that? I referenced it earlier, but the Fed announced a $1.5 trillion with a T dollar action last weekend, and the market responded with a big middle finger. The Feds have almost no ammo left to spur the markets. However, they can still keep the credit markets flowing, which is still vital to us. It just won't get the headlines as it's boring. Most people don't understand it, nor do they understand how it affects them. So the Fed still has a huge role to play, even if it's just in the background. And number 5, the US government announcing they are working on the largest economic stimulus package plan in history. Unfortunately, it barely moved the market, and it still eventually trended downward by the end of the week. Bottom line here, direct government intervention is not going to help much from a financial perspective. They're going to have to find new ways to be effective to help out with this crisis. Additionally, we are trending towards some form of a complete shutdown like seen elsewhere. But there is no reason to panic out there. Trust me, we've all done our own fair share of that. Take the proper precautions and use this time to plan. And while everyone else is making decisions based on emotions, you can use your brain and be ready to profit when all this passes. And it will pass. But just to clear my conscience, I want you to have the opportunity to subscribe and hit the like button in case you haven't already. Hey, I don't want you to miss that opportunity. In all seriousness though, please be safe out there, but remember, headlines are there just to get clicks, not necessarily to get you the actual news. There is light at the end of this. My strategy for the week: copy off me if you like. Remember, this is just for entertainment purposes only, and I'm stupid, so don't listen to me. As of this recording, they haven't announced the stimulus package yet, but I believe it's going to be larger than expected, and it will help more than the original $1 trillion package would have. But the market has given you a glimpse into how they will respond. Government announced they will put in $1 trillion, and the market had an uptick, but then it ended down for the week. So I'm not going to buy that bump. It will eventually help, but the market is in full meltdown mode right now. This is not the same financial crisis we had a decade ago. The bazookas used during that crisis seem to do nothing to the illness. Go ahead, fire a bazooka at the illness. It may help keep us from a complete collapse, but until we find a vaccine, a cure, or we're effectively able to contain this, the downtrend will continue. So I am once again holding steady for now. And it's been really hard as the deal on Tesla stock right now looks amazing. But even if Tesla trends up this week, I believe the news over the coming weeks is still going to be negative and Tesla is going to get swept up into it. Whether it's fair or not, that's what's going to happen. If you watch my prior video, I'll put the card right up there for you. I talked about why I thought Tesla had further to fall. And there is nothing over my analysis this weekend that has changed that stance. Even though the temptation is great, I know looking at it objectively, without emotion, it's not time yet to start executing my buying strategy. That video will be coming out shortly, so make sure you are subscribed and you've hit that little notifications bell so you know when it comes out. Also, in preparation for you executing your buy strategy, go ahead and click the link down in the description for Webull. I use it to trade, and you want to have everything set up when it's time for you to start trading. Plus, they're giving you 2 free stocks till the end of March, so you want to take advantage of that right now before that offer expires. So comment down below with your plan for this week. And if you happen to have bought last week, go ahead and let us know that too. And before I go, don't forget to subscribe, hit that little notifications bell, and if you're feeling really generous and want to help out, go ahead and press that like button as well. Thanks.